What's happening, everybody? Hello and welcome back to Total Blast, where we discuss about everything Marvel and the MCU. So, still on the hype for Ironheart, ever since we got a sneak peek at Riri Williams' Ironheart via Black Panther trailer. It seems like the buzz around will not be dying anytime soon, as new updates keep popping up every day. And why should it? Riri Williams' Ironheart, played by Dominique Thornes, has been a part of Black Panther Wakanda Forever since the beginning of production, given that Riri Williams constructed her suit using technology from previous Iron Man suits. Ironheart and Iron Man are closely related in source material, although Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark gave his life during the events of Avengers Endgame in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Wakanda Forever director Ryan Coogler has confirmed that there is still a connection between the character in live-action version of the film. Naturally, it is unknown what the connection is between them in the comics. Williams is a student at MIT, and during the events of Captain America Civil War, Stark established a scholarship there. Later on, Riri receives an AI for her suit that is a near-exact replica of Tony Stark. Other than that, the two heroes aren't directly linked, but in either case, Coogler added that he thinks that viewers will instantly relate to the young Avenger. There are no immediate indications that a live-action adaptation of the MCU will take this course. It hardly seems as though that the two characters are connected in any way at all. So, before we dive into who said what and exactly what I think about it, guys, we'll be giving out a brand new PlayStation 5 on this channel to one lucky subscriber. More on how to win at the end of this video. And if this is your first time, please subscribe and enable the post notifications so you don't miss out on subsequent videos. Just like last month, producer Nate Moore, in an interview with Brandon Davies of Phase Zero, discussed Dominique Thornes' character relationship with Tony Stark, which I did a breakdown of here on this channel. And if you're yet to see it, why don't you go ahead and check it out? Having said that, Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, had also come out to talk about Iron Man and his relationship to Dominique Thornes' Ironheart in an interview with Desi Nerd. Riri Williams is a supporting character in the film for Wakanda Forever, the director said, adding that it's complicated, but she works in concert with a lot of other characters. Coogler went on to say that Ironheart has some things in common with Shuri, but also very, very different. But Riri is a bit of an audience surrogate in the sequel, as she doesn't have any direct experience with Wakanda or the Talukans. She brings a different type of energy, but she also has some similarities to character that we've seen in the universe before. The film deals with a lot of things, but one of them is foil. People exist in contrast, but there's a thread of similarities. In this film, we get to see Shuri meet someone who has some things in common with her, but also very, very different. The director also acknowledged that he admires Riri because she's just fully herself. It is not surprising to learn that Ryan Coogler's response seemed to indicate that Wakanda Forever won't be providing any direct connections between Dominique Thornes' Riri Williams and Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark, because Tony Stark is no longer alive and Riri is still quite young. Audiences could already tell that it might be challenging for one to exist. The Disney Plus series Ironheart and other upcoming stories will probably attempt to do more on a thematic level when it comes to trying the two together. In the future, there may be need for an AI Stark replica. The most likely place for it to appear is in Armor Wars, a movie where Tony Stark's influence will probably be felt by different characters and plot lines. Riri might end up becoming friends with James Rhodes as a result of this, who will probably keep telling her of how much she reminds him of Tony Stark. Black Panther Wakanda Forever hits theaters on Friday, November 11, while Ironheart is currently set to land on Disney Plus in the fall of 2023. Modern News producer Nate Moore discussed X-Men's future in the MCU, as well as the character the company plans to free from Wakanda in the future. The year 2022 has already given fans 3 different MCU mutants: Tenoch Huerta's Namor, Iman Vellani's Kamala Khan, and Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Fans have been speculating about how everyone's favorite superpowered mutant might finally be joining the MCU, since Marvel reclaimed the film rights to the X-Men after Disney acquired 20th Century Fox in 2019. Fox's lengthy X-Men film series, which spanned from 2000's X-Men to 2019's Dark Phoenix, was hit or miss, but there were enough of them to permanently cement certain characters on viewers' minds, such as Hugh Jackman as the on-screen Wolverine. Hence, MCU fans have wondered when the franchise will introduce the popular mutants that have kept them apart from Marvel Studios' story. the animated version of the team's inclusion in X-Men 97 on Disney Plus will be a blockbuster, even though anticipation for the live-action version of the team seems far off. The real question, however, is when Marvel Studios' interpretation of the well-known characters like Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops, and others will enter the fray. And just when you think that Marvel Studios have finally had the opportunity to include the X-Men in the MCU alongside the Avengers, a recent quote suggests that their appearance might not be for a while, according to one of MCU's top producers. In a recent interview with Screen Rant, producer Nate Moore discussed the film's lack of the X-Men as well as characters the company planned to free from Wakanda in the future. He also discussed when the MCU's version of the X-Men might premiere. When asked if Storm would appear in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, he responded that her relationship with Wakanda in publishing is pretty interesting. Storm once ruled Wakanda with her husband T'Challa, given in the upcoming sequel, Wakanda is mourning the loss of its king. The route to introduce the character is out of the question for now. However, the producer pointed out a different reason not to include the character in the MCU roster yet, saying, obviously, we might be a few years out for the X-Men, so I'm not sure that we are there yet. But in the end, he said that Marvel Studios might be a few years out from the X-Men before hinting at other Wakanda-based characters that could be revealed later. So, when next are we seeing the X-Men make an appearance in the MCU? Well, it does look like the MCU is still some time away from actually delivering a story focused on the mutants as a group, as they have been in the case on numerous prior interviews. This is most likely because of the rumors that Marvel Studios would have to use some former Fox actors in any new project before 2025, which prompted Patrick Stewart to reprise his role as Professor X in Doctor Strange 2, even though these characters will be used in some capacity earlier than that. The team just received their first official mention in She-Hulk Attorney at Law Season 1 finale, but it would still be a few years before the X-Men are featured as leading MCU heroes. Thanks to Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool 3, which stars Hugh Jackman as a Wolverine for one last time, Deadpool will finally join the MCU in late 2024. And I am assuming most of you are already aware that since Ryan Reynolds announced in September of 2022 that there will be a Deadpool 3, and with the biggest revelation being the confirmation that Hugh Jackman will return from one final time as Wolverine. Even though we are yet to wrap our heads around how they plan to receive him in the MCU after his demise in 2017's Logan, which happened long before Disney acquired Fox. It is also not surprising that they will be challenging in realizing the idea of including fans' favorite mutants in the same story as Earth's mightiest heroes, despite the obvious excitement amongst fans for that possibility. But hey, Disney and Sony succeeded with Spider-Man, and Tom Holland's portrayal of the character now seems to be an essential component of the MCU. So, you can count on me to extend the benefits of the doubt to them. Therefore, Marvel is more likely to wait until they can bring Earth 616 characters who will carry the mantle for years to come after the multiverse saga before releasing a film with X-Men in the title, and since there is still much to develop before Avengers Secret Wars hit theaters in 2026, nothing official has been confirmed, despite earlier rumors suggesting that the MCU is working on a film titled The Mutant. When that time comes, these strong characters will have their moment in the spotlight, as the Marvel Cinematic Universe will be finally able to house the Fantastic Four, Avengers, Mutant, and many more under one roof. Oh, it therefore means that Hugh Jackman's portrayal of Wolverine in the upcoming Deadpool 3 movie is the closest thing that we can get to an X-Men film right now. Also, longtime X-Men producer Simon Kinberg recently spoke to CBR about the Mutants' upcoming appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and how he's looking forward to seeing how Kevin Feige handles these characters. From X-Men First Class to X-Men Dark Phoenix, Kinberg produced every mutant film and television series, contributing to the development of Fox's popular superhero franchise before Disney acquired the company. But then again, Marvel could of course introduce the X-Men in a bizarre way that we haven't considered. There might have been some negative effect from the madness around the Infinity Stone in Avengers Endgame. Perhaps it wrapped reality or changed the human gene pool, leading to mutants, or perhaps some individuals had powers they did not have before the snap and when they returned. The options are limitless. At least with Deadpool 3, Ryan Reynolds would give the MCU its first live-action X-Men film, adding to new layers of complexity to the MCU overreaching stories. And back to our giveaway. We'll be giving out brand new PlayStation 5 to one lucky subscriber once we hit a milestone of 1,000 subscribers. All you have to do to win is watch our videos, subscribe, turn on post notification, like, and comment. And one lucky subscriber will be chosen from the comment section to win our brand new PlayStation 5. Also, we want to say thank you to everyone who has supported us this far. We truly appreciate it. What are your thoughts on this video? And how do you think that Marvel will introduce the X-Men characters? Please don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Subscribe and turn on the post notification so you don't miss out on any of our latest Marvel news. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one!